On today's video, we got to get the wheels bolted back on this thing so it's a true roller, as I'd like to call it. And you think that'd be simple, but au contraire, my fine feathered friends, it's not. See all these little studs sticking out of here? Yeah, not the kind of studs you want, I can tell you that much. My adapter slash spacer only is so big, so I need to cut off the factory studs so the wheel will sit flush, otherwise it hits these and that's not gonna work. That's not the only problem we're dealing with though, people. No, that'd be simple. Somehow we gotta get this wheel to work. Because even though I've cut it all apart and hacked my car up again, I don't think it's enough. Well, I'm not gonna do this with the studs the way they are, but we gotta get more cut out. Not sure how that's gonna look or what we're gonna do, but we'll get something sorted out. So we're gonna buzz this guy off of here and take the cutoff wheel and go to town. I'm definitely not gonna do it with the spacer on here because I will hack the crap out of the spacer. I'll ruin these studs and we just don't need that drama. Let me tell you, I don't need that drama. I need simple and easy. That makes me happy. Whenever I cut threads off of a bolt, one thing I've learned over my years of life is if I put the nuts on before I cut it, when I remove the nuts, it kind of like cleans the threads up for you and straightens things out if you got something a little bird. I'm not saying it's the right way to do it, it's just the way I do it. Guy could probably even use this as a guide. We're not going to though, because I'll hack that apart too, I'm sure. I'm nervous, a couple of them I miscounted. I didn't get them quite the right far enough back, but we'll find out. We'll live and we'll learn together, people. That one came off. Oh yeah, we got this. Well, that one's lost forever. Let's just put this guy on here and see how we're looking. That one right there. The only one I see protruding, so I must have cut that one a little short. A little long, whatever the opposite of right is. Bada bing, bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? Look at that. Yes, they all fit flush now. So we should be able to bolt that wheel up and have full engagement. Yes. We're hitting right here. So we're gonna have to clearance that some more, make some more room there. That's unfortunate. And back here, like we can't even get seated because we're still hitting back here. Also unfortunate. But I mean, we're close. It's only got to go like an inch. So I'm thinking, oh, I really want to keep that bullet hole. We may have to cut that out and move it somewhere else. We'll see. It's going to be damn close. I think I'm just going to come in here and hack this out to about there and see if that gets us where we need to be. The hard part is I don't know how this is all going to go back together and what it's going to look like. So I don't know how to cut it to make it easier for that part of the process. So at this point, we're just cutting to fit. Figure out the rest later. So let's get to cutting. A guy should mark that right about here-ish. Boy, that looks close. Like that, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna try it. And we'll see if we can't clearance that some more. We are definitely all snugged up nice and tight now. Look at that. It's probably hard to see on camera, but it's definitely snugged. The issue we are incurring is we're still hitting here, so I have to cut a little more out here. The good thing is this axle is all the way up, the frame is all the way down. This axle is as far to the driver's side as it's ever gonna be in theory. So we should be okay, I think. Not really sure, but I think we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna cut out some more from about here. I kind of got it marked around. I couldn't get my marker in there, so I just marked it there. I'm gonna cut that little lip out of there. And I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit more here. I think I'm just gonna work on the front side before we go to the back side. We'll just section it off into different projects. This is the first project, the back side will be the second project, and then we'll go to the driver's side, which as a cardinal rule, I usually try and do last because, well, if I don't like the way it's looking, I'm usually better when I do it the second time. Also, I'm gonna have to run this down. I'm probably gonna extend this down to here somewhere-ish and like fill that all in, maybe, kind of thinking I will, because I just don't like that open hole. And then, yeah, we'll figure it out. I just can't have it wrapping underneath the tire, which I thought would be a really cool look until the body comes up and it's an issue. It's looking promising. That thing is, it's a big tire and that's a short car. What the hell did I do? What the hell did I do? But anyways, that's what we're gonna do, I think. And then we'll start figuring out how we're gonna make all this align, work, look decent, be kind of cool. We'll see what we get. All right, so we made some real progress here. I'm really liking the way this is turning out. Also, side note, I took a break from this and spent some time, and look at this. A guy could almost get a whole nother car in here now. Look at that. Anyways, what were we talking about? I'm happy with the way this is all looking. I'm not gonna do that flare out that I thought because I think it looks better with my eyes. If you look along the body, this body kind of curves back into the tire, and to me, if it curves back into the tire and then has this weird flare out thing, it might look okay, but to me, I don't think I like it. I think I like the clean line the way this is going now. So we're gonna end this about here, and then we'll fill this in with some sheet metal, and we'll continue the flare on so it all looks like it should to me. We got a nice snug fit back in here now. And remember people, the frame is on the ground, the body is on the ground, and the wheel is on the axle. So that's as close as they should ever get to each other. And I think there should be plenty of clearance there. I probably should cycle it up and make sure, but I'm pretty sure when I cycle it up, the body's gonna go away because the panhard bar and that whole jazz. Same on this side, coming down and around, and I just kind of shaped it off a little bit back to here. I'm gonna bring this down and then back to the back of the quarter panel here. I really had a pretty good internal discussion about how I should do this because I had different ideas that I'd like to I don't know, just different shapes. And I realized if I do any of that and leave this open through here, it's gonna take away from trunk storage space, and well, I don't have much of that as it is. So we're really limited back here with what we can do. I started hacking away back here because I gotta get this all cut out of here and make room for everything. That's not fun to cut. It's multiple folded over pieces of steel and it's not ideal, and it's on the ground. So what we're gonna focus on now is re-sheeting this. I want this all sheet metaled so it all makes sense and looks like it's factory. I don't know why my brain has this obsession of making me think that it needs to look like it was supposed to be that way instead of just, hey, let's just make this do this because that's the way you should do it in very abstract ways. My brain doesn't work that way, people. I need to make it to satisfy myself, to make it look like it could have came from the factory that way. And we all know it couldn't have, and it wouldn't have, and it never would have happened in the world. But that's just how I do it. It's weird. I know, it's weird. Whee! I did keep the cut. I mean, it's steel, it's still good steel. It's rusty, but it's still steel and it's still usable. So we're probably gonna cut what we need out of this. It's got the shape to it already, I think. And yeah, we'll just make it happen. And then, it's even gonna have some patina already. It's perfect. I don't know how we're gonna make it all work. I'm probably gonna start with the big piece though, because that seems easier to me than these little guys. And I'm not sure how I'm going to flow this back into the line either. It doesn't have to look like anything other than what I want it to look like. I just want it to look good to me. And then we'll make sure it's all welded up and it'll be rigid and solid and as good as new. Yep, sure will be, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Should be fine. It should be fine. It should be. That's a big axle. I suppose step one would be a template. We need a template. Let's make a template. If this wasn't the best way for me to make this template, that's going to be very disappointing because I just wasted a lot of tape otherwise. I'm sure it's fine. We're going to make it work. I'm sure I'll make it work. It has, whoa, where'd you go? It has to work. It has to work. There's no other option. It's just the way it is. Now, can I peel this off of here somehow? I should have made sure the bottom layer was sticking out further than the top layer. That would have been smart. Learn that for next time, Simon. Or just forget it again. It doesn't really matter. I'm losing some of it. I'm losing some of it. Ah, saved it. Saved it. Good enough. Reduce, reuse, recycle is what they say. Now, if I've done this correctly, and chances are I haven't, this should be oversized enough to make work. Trim up where we need to trim up. It's really hot. That was probably not smart to take my gloves off yet. Yeah, that doesn't jive at all. What'd you do, Simon? You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna overlap it, and then we're gonna cut and butt, people. Cut and butt. Well, I don't know if I like the look of this at all. Let's just put it in and see what happens. We can always cut it back out if we don't like it. That's the nice thing about steel. So I did flex things a little bit, but I think it turned out all right. I'm gonna go and make sure that tire still fits. Make sure I haven't jacked it up any more than I need to for that problem. Because if the tire doesn't fit, we might as well stop right now and fix that. If the tire fits, well, then we move on. Get the rest of it knocked out. Yes, sirree. With any luck, we're golden right here. And this will be perfect and we can move on. Okay. Why won't you go in your hole? There she goes. Yep, I sure like the way that's all coming out. That's looking pretty darn good. Once you get all that Bondo and paint and block sanding done, nobody will ever know what I did back here. It'll be perfect. Hell yeah. That fit is looking prime. Look at that. I ended up filling this in. Opening the old wheel opening had a little flare on it. I just took that and fit that right in there, and it blended perfectly-ish. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. I got a lot more grinding and welding to do yet, but we're getting there. We're getting her all put together. Nice and smooth edges and plenty of clearance. Still got to finish that bottom corner. I think we're going to do that next. And then we'll figure out the back here if I get to that on this video or not. Still not sure. One thing at a time. So yeah, so we just got to figure out how we're going to do this corner. I kind of stopped welding it here because I thought maybe I'd cut that section out and run it smooth, but I don't know. Also, look at this. I mean, clearly you have to use your imagination a little bit because the back end's not done. But look how goofy that wheel well looks. Yet it works. It makes sense when it's all together. But separately, it's like, what the hell is this guy doing now? Anyways, I thought it was kind of interesting. Don't judge a book by its cover scenario? I don't really know. All right, folks, it's been a couple days, and today I just came out here and got to work. I just got to work. I didn't turn the camera on or nothing, but we got this bottom section filled in. I did running the radius down a little bit back towards the front of the tire, and then I kind of matched that flare as best I could until it flattened out. I thought it kind of gave it a nice finished look. You may not think that, but I do. I had a long, hard debate with myself about whether I take this original wheel opening flare out of here, and I left it in on purpose. And let me explain to you why I left that in, why I felt I should leave that in, and why I wanted to leave that in, because maybe you care, maybe you don't. I'm gonna tell you anyways. When I go to car shows and I look at Ratrods and other cars that really truly inspire me, I look at them hard and like, how did they do this? What did they do? How did they figure that out? And I try to figure out how people do different things. That's why I really like the rawness of this style of car, where everything's kind of rough and exposed and you can see everything that was done. Not everything covered up by a nice shiny clear coat of paint, which looks great, but then you can't really see exactly what was done. This is how I learn for myself. I like to look at this stuff, look at a car show, take pictures and go like, oh, that's how they did that. And then I can take that idea and translate it into something down the line for myself. So I'm leaving it there. So if anybody else kind of learns that same way, they can look at this and go, oh, there's the original wheel opening. He just did this and that and that and this and made that all work that way. Maybe I'm crazy and maybe I'm the only one that looks at cars that way, but that's why we left it there. Anywho's, I did go and weld a piece of rod in here. The difference on the backside, how I wrapped it around the back of the tire a little bit, is because, well, the body on the front of the tire is out wider, as you can see. The backside, however, is gonna be basically behind the wheels. So it's gonna be okay. We can tuck it in a little farther back there. So you'll have this nice line in the front when it's laid out. So you'll see, you know, there's a radius there. So it's the wheel opening. On the backside, it'll be full sheet metal. You won't be able to see it. I think that's gonna look good. But before we can do any of that, I think I'm gonna run a piece of tubing from the bottom of that round rod back to the rear quarter, and just tie it all in and make it all boxed in, I think is what I'm gonna do there. Not sure if that's what I should do, but I think if I do that now, I'm preparing myself for when we rebuild the floor in there. It's got some structure to grab to. Yeah, that sounds like a smart thing to say, Simon. Good. Perfect. Yeah, so that's where we are with that. I have a bit of a situation. I'm gonna have to put the airbags in. Oh, shucky darn, I wasn't excited to do that or nothing. I'm kidding. Now, while I'm in here doing this, I'm realizing my plan might be a little flawed. Now that I got everything I need, which explains why I remembered everything. Tools, bolts, bags, everything. I remembered it all. The flaw in my plan is the axle is strapped up in position. So we're gonna have to probably put some jack stands under it, maybe? Otherwise, the airbags are gonna have nothing to push off of. They won't be able to lift because the frame's strapped to the axle. So that wasn't smart thinking. I'm sure it's fine. We'll just jack stand it. That'll work. It'll be fine. I don't know why I even bothered to tell you that. Unnecessary. Hey, this is proving to be a bit more of a challenge than I was expecting. Because now the wheel stops it from going, oh boy, don't fall. All right, that didn't sit right, damn it. I think we're okay. I think we're doing good. I really don't know. I really don't know, people. All right, that's not so bad. As long as I haven't got it up so tight I can't get the bags in. Whoops, almost just broke that window. Sorry, Mike, that would have been bad. Whew, it is stuffy in here. Alright, that hole lines up. It's a good sign. I'm not sure if I've put these bags back in since I welded everything. Sure hope everything works still. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. I don't know why you worry about stuff like that, Simon. Huh, those aren't even close to where they need to be. It's because the axle's probably shifted over, Simon. Duh, I think we're gonna have to get that jack in here anyways. Damn it. The whole downfall of the hand hard bar, when you compress your suspension, your axle moves one way or the other. And because we are fully compressed, maybe slightly past, the axle is full that way, which makes sense as to why my bag is missing the alignment of the holes a little bit. If we get the axle or the frame up or something, it'll square itself out. I'm not worried about it yet. Just making this quick throw the bags in project a little more complicated than it probably should have been. At least more complicated than I've foreseen. Did I mention it's stuffy in here? I am super happy that the bags still fit. Where's my hole? There it is, I found it. Now with any luck, we should have the same problem on this bag. We do, thank God. Oh, stuck again. This mic is held on with a magnet, but every time I get close to something that's metal, it wants to suck to it. So it's a good magnet, just not real convenient for me, because I'm not really paying that much attention to it. All right, now I think the frame has to come up. We can't avoid it. Simon, you're gonna have to figure it out. Don't know how we're gonna do it, but the frame definitely needs to go up. All right, so we got the frame blocked up. I jacked up the rear end, blocked the frame, dropped the rear end back down so I can get the bags to droop. Now I need light. I hit my head, but whatever. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all gonna be a-okay, Simon. It's all working. Ow, that was my head again. Just the way it's supposed to. Everything's bolting together. Everything's in. You've only lost one bolt so far from the toolbox to here, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good, Simon. Oh, did I mention it's a little muggy and stuffy in here? I'm glistening. Did I mention I'm glistening? I mean, one's probably good for now, right? Oh, it is warm in here. There's really not a whole lot of room back here right now with all my bracing and everything else going on. You're doing good, Simon. One to go. You got this. It's a good thing you saved the absolute worst one to last. That was smart. Haha, got it. Got it. Whew. All right, now we just gotta get the blocks out of there, put the axle back on the jack stands, and we'll be good to go. Sure, I got my AC going up there today. Yep, that's working really well. Not in the car. It does help circulate air, so I'm thankful for that. I am glad when I jacked the frame up, the body came with it. That's a bonus. Ooh. Slow down. Oh. I hear crunching up there. That's probably fine. Oh, we're landed on a block up front. And our jack stand's moved. We're doing fine. Oh, ow, that was almost my finger. Don't know what just fell off the top of the car. All right. I just remembered that I was gonna expand the holes for the air fittings while I had the bags out. I did not. I forgot. It's fine, probably. Let's put the wheel on here just for visual effects. No other reason than that. It's on jack stands. It doesn't really matter if the wheel's on or not, but I want it on because I want to see. We're gonna air her up, air her down, see how she looks. Let me know what you think. Because I can't see it, so you tell me. I'll hear you, I promise. Going up, hopefully no problem. We are not up high enough. All right, it's not exact, but it's close. Oh, I'm glad I did this. I am so glad I did this. We're sitting a little wonky. I'm not sure why. So this is all looking good. This is why I didn't want to hook that around too much more, because when it comes up, it's going to hit the tire. I think we're higher than we should be, but it looks like it's leaning one side. I don't know why it's doing that. Could be because my bags are plumbed together. Who knows? The bags might not have even pressure in them the way they filled up, for whatever the case may be. Because on the back side here, you'll be able to see if we went with this plan, well, we're rubbing the tire. That's not gonna work. All right, so we need to readdress that plan. But while we got it up, let's get that cut out over there, and we'll figure out the rest of it. All right, we're definitely sitting better in here now. Got a little more room in there for error. I'll probably still see if I can't tweak it just a smidge, because I don't want issues. There we go. I like that better. Plenty of room, plenty of clearance. I actually feel like this is higher than the car is going to be. These bags have a lot of extra lift on them, which is great for getting in and out of my driveway because it's got a steep angle. And we're still good there. We'll have to just kind of monitor that. Like I said, I don't think it's ever going to be this high. And the front's not up yet. So when the front comes up, that should pull that away maybe? I don't know. I don't know geometry. Yeah, I like it. The only thing I'm not sure about is if I should like bring this around more. But I really like the way it kind of hooks around the tire when it's sitting down. And I want to make sure I had the bullet hole in there. So I think we're going to probably leave it. Yeah, look how high that frame is off the ground. That's way high. I really need to get this hose extended out so I can do this out of the car. All right, that's a more accurate representation of how it's going to sit. Yep, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to have to end this video here. It looks like I've been out in the rain, and I haven't. It's just that warm out. Storms are brewing, so storms are coming. But the real reason we have to call it quits for today is I just ran out of wire in the welder. So we are where we are, and that's where we are. But I got it tacked in there like my last tack, and it spit out the last piece of wire, and we're done. I'm okay with it, though. I'm pretty content. I'm happy with the progress we've made. We should be good. The only thing I am just slightly nervous about is because this wheel's up on a jack stand right now, is if that body will settle anymore, because we are really close here. And if it does, I guess we'll make it work. But if not, we're golden. So yeah, I'll have to get some sheet metal for that, and that'll be done. I got to do the whole other side yet. It's gonna be real fun to replicate this shape over there. Not sure how we're gonna do that. Maybe I'll make a whole nother video just on that because I don't know what to do or how to do that yet. Typically on stuff like that, I would just skip over because you guys already seen me do it once, but this is a very different situation with a very unique shape here that we need to now duplicate to that site. Then I gotta work on body mounts and literally building a whole car still. We're making great progress. Let me know if you guys think of anything I should be doing, any tips, any help. I take it all into consideration. I really, oh, I got welding wire right there. Nah, it's okay, I'm done for today. I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like it. I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. This is where we are now. It's looking sweet.